Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we have an exciting video for you as we dive into the top 5 most valuable and rare Lincoln 1-cent pennies that are worth big money. These are not just ordinary pennies, some of them have sold for thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. So make sure you stay until the end because you might just have one of these coins sitting in your collection or even in your pocket change. If you love rare coins, valuable finds, and hidden treasures, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Now let's jump right into the list and see which Lincoln pennies have made collectors go crazy with their high values. Today, we have an absolute gem to talk about, the 1970 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This tiny copper piece might look ordinary, but it is anything but. Believe it or not, this rare coin has been valued at an astonishing $4.1 million in the current market. Yes, you heard that right. If you have a 1970 penny in your collection, you might be holding on to a fortune without even realizing it. So, what makes this coin so special? Why is it worth so much money? And how can you tell if you have one? Stick around because we are diving deep into the history, rarity, and hidden secrets of this extraordinary coin. Brief history of the Lincoln penny. Before we talk about the 1970 penny itself, let's take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln 1-cent coin. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure instead of the traditional Lady Liberty. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original penny featured Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, front, and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, back. Over the years, the design evolved, and in 1959, the Lincoln Memorial replaced the wheat stalks on the reverse side to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This design continued until 2008. The 1970 penny falls into this category, making it part of the iconic Lincoln Memorial series. But what makes the 1970 penny so incredibly valuable? Let's find out. What makes the 1970 no mint mark penny rare? One of the biggest reasons this penny is worth so much is its missing mint mark. Normally, coins struck in Philadelphia do not have a mint mark, while those minted in Denver or San Francisco would have a D or S respectively. However, the 1970 penny should have been struck with a mint mark if it came from certain locations, making a missing mark highly unusual. But there's something even more fascinating. Some of these pennies were struck using proof dies meant for collector coins. These proof dies have sharper details and an almost mirror-like surface. Somehow, a batch of these coins was mistakenly released into circulation. This makes them ultra-rare and highly sought after by collectors. Another reason for its rarity is the double die error. Some versions of the 1970 penny have noticeable doubling in the words Liberty and I in God We Trust as well as in the date 1970. This error happened due to a misalignment during the minting process, creating a distinctive and valuable feature that collectors go crazy for. How to identify a valuable 1970 penny? Now, you might be wondering, do I have one of these valuable coins in my pocket change? Well, here's how you can check. Look for the mint mark. If there is no mint mark on your 1970 penny, you might have something special. Check for a double die error. If the lettering appears slightly doubled or blurry, your coin could be one of the rare error coins. Examine the surface. If your penny has a proof-like finish, with sharp details and a smooth, reflective surface, it could be from the rare batch of proof dies. Weigh your coin. The standard 1970 penny should weigh around 3.11 grams. If your coin has a significant variation in weight, it might be an error variety. If you think your coin matches these characteristics, it's time to get it professionally graded and authenticated by organizations like PCGS or NGC. Why is the 1970 no mint mark penny worth $4.1 million? Now, let's talk about the jaw-dropping value of this coin. The highest auction price ever recorded for this penny was a staggering $4.1 million. But why would anyone pay so much for a penny? Here's why. Extreme rarity. With only a handful of these coins known to exist, their rarity makes them incredibly desirable. High collector demand. coin collectors and investors are always looking for rare pieces to add to their collections. The more demand there is, the higher the price goes. Historical and minting errors, the missing mint mark, proof die strike, and possible double die error make this coin unique and historically significant. Condition matters. The most valuable versions of this coin are in mint condition, MS67 or higher. A well-preserved coin with minimal wear can fetch higher prices at auction. What should you do if you find one? If you think you have a 1970 no mint mark Lincoln penny, the first thing you should do is handle it carefully. Do not clean or polish the coin, as this can reduce its value. Place it in a protective case or holder to prevent damage. Next, get it authenticated by a professional grading service such as PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These experts will verify whether your coin is genuine and assign it a grade, which determines its market value. Once your coin is graded, you have a few options. You can keep it as an investment, as rare coins tend to increase in value over time. You can sell it through a major auction house to ensure you get the highest price. You can list it on online marketplaces like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Stax Bowers. But be sure to work with reputable buyers. The 1970 no mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny is one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in numismatics. With a record-breaking value of $4.1 million, this tiny coin proves that hidden treasures can be found anywhere, even in your pocket change.so. If you love coin collecting or just enjoy discovering rare finds, keep your eyes open for this incredible piece of history. Who knows? You might be holding a fortune in your hands right now. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. Also, leave a comment below. Do you have any rare coins in your collection? Let's talk about it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Hey coin collectors and treasure hunters, welcome back to the channel where we uncover the rarest and most valuable coins hiding in your pocket change. If you're a fan of numismatics, or just love the idea of turning a penny into thousands of dollars, you're in the right place. Today we're talking about an incredibly rare and valuable coin, the 1972 Lincoln 1 cent penny. This specific coin has caught the attention of collectors and investors because of its rarity and staggering value of $73,790. You heard that right, a simple penny from 1972 could be worth a fortune, so make sure to watch until the end as we discuss its history, unique features, errors to look for, and why this coin is commanding such a high price in the market. History of the 1972 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent has been one of the most collected and widely circulated coins in American history since its introduction in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln. It has gone through several changes in composition and design. In 1972, the United States Mint struck pennies in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The coin we're focusing on today comes from the Denver Mint, which is marked by a small D mint mark below the date. This particular year was significant because the demand for pennies was high. The Denver Mint struck over 2.9 billion Lincoln cents that year, making it seem like an ordinary coin. However, despite the large mintage, certain rare errors and high-grade specimens make this coin incredibly valuable. What makes the 1972 penny valuable? Not all 1972 pennies are worth a fortune, but some have unique characteristics that set them apart. 1. High-grade condition. Coins that have been preserved in MS67 or MS68 red condition are extremely rare and highly desirable. The red designation means the coin has retained its original copper luster without turning brown over time. This is one of the biggest factors driving the high value of certain 1972 pennies. 2. Mint errors. Some 1972 Lincoln cents were struck with errors that make them incredibly valuable. These include double die obverse (DDO). This error occurs when the coin is struck with a misaligned die, causing noticeable doubling on the inscriptions and date. While this is more common in Philadelphia minted coins, some Denver pennies with doubling are highly sought after. Off-center strikes. If the design is not centered on the planchet, it can be a valuable error. BI error. This happens when a small die break appears between the letters B and E in Liberty, forming what looks like an extra letter I struck on wrong planchet. Some 1972 pennies have been found struck on dime planchets or other incorrect metal compositions, making them extremely rare. 3. Low population in high grades. Despite the high mintage, very few 1972 pennies exist in nearly perfect condition. Most pennies have been in circulation for decades, picking up scratches, and where finding one in pristine condition is what makes it valuable. How to identify a rare 1972 penny. If you have a 1972 penny and want to know if it's valuable, here are the key things to check: mint mark and date. Look for the small d below the year. 1972 color and condition. Red pennies in mint state condition, graded MS65 or higher, are the most valuable. Brown pennies are worth less. Check for errors. Use a magnifying glass to inspect for doubling off center strikes or die cracks. Send for grading. If you think your penny is in great shape or has a rare error, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will authenticate and grade your coin, which can increase its value significantly. Current market value. The highest recorded sale price for a 1972 Lincoln penny was $73,790 at a major coin auction. This price was achieved for a coin in MS68 red condition, which is nearly flawless. For comparison, here's what different conditions of the 1972 penny might be worth today. MS65 red, around $100 to $500. MS66 red, around $1,000 to $500. MS67 red could reach $10,000 to $25,000. MS68 red, the rarest grade, worth over $70,000. Coins with major errors like a double die averse or off-center strike could also fetch thousands of dollars even in lower grades. Where to find a rare 1972 penny? If you're hoping to find one of these valuable pennies, here are some tips. Check your pocket change. Always examine pennies before spending them. You never know when you might find a hidden gem. Look through old coin jars. Many people have jars of old pennies lying around that could contain a rare find. Visit coin shows and dealers. Some collectors may have valuable 1972 pennies for sale, or trade. Search through rolls. Buying rolls of pennies from banks and searching through them is a fun way to hunt for rare coins. Estate sales and flea markets. Sometimes rare coins can be found mixed in with everyday items. The 1972 Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how an ordinary-looking coin can turn out to be worth a small fortune, whether it's because of its high-grade condition or a rare mint error. This coin is one to watch in the world of numismatics. If you have a 1972 penny, be sure to check its condition and look for errors. You could be holding a $73,790 treasure in your hands. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content about rare and valuable coins, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable penny and what rare coin you'd like me to cover next. Happy coin hunting, and see you in the next video. Hey coin collectors and treasure hunters, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. Today we have an exciting discovery for you. The 1974 no mint mark Lincoln penny could be hiding in your pocket change, and it's worth an incredible $78,602. That's right, almost 80 grand for a single penny. Stick around as we uncover its history, key features, and how you can identify one of these rare coins. History of the 1974 Lincoln penny. Before we dive into why this particular penny is worth so much, let's take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, designed by Victor David Brenner. The penny has undergone several design and composition changes over the years. By 1974, the Lincoln cent was made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc, with the familiar image of Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The 1974 penny was struck at 3 different locations: the Philadelphia Mint, which did not use a mint mark, the Denver Mint with a D mint mark, and the San Francisco Mint with an S mint mark. However, the Philadelphia Mint's no mint mark pennies are the ones that can be extremely valuable under the right conditions. Why is the 1974 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth so much? You might be wondering what makes this penny so special and why it has sold for an astounding $78,602. Well, it all comes down to rarity, condition, and errors, rarity, and high-grade condition. While millions of 1974 pennies were produced, finding one in perfect condition is extremely difficult. Over time, most pennies go into circulation and suffer from wear, scratches, and discoloration. However, if you manage to find one in pristine condition, also known as mint state or MS grade, it could be worth a fortune. The highest recorded sale of this coin was due to its nearly flawless condition, graded as MS 67 or higher by professional coin grading services. Errors and variations. Rare errors can also make this penny worth a lot more than face value. Some of the most valuable errors found on the 1974 no mint mark Lincoln penny include double die obverse (DDO). This error occurs when the coin's design is stamped twice slightly misaligned, resulting in a doubling effect on Lincoln's face or the date. If you spot a 1974 penny with noticeable doubling, it could be highly valuable. Off-center strike: if the design on the coin is not properly centered and part of it is missing, this is known as an off-center strike. The more off-center the coin is, the more valuable it becomes. Die cracks and cuds: over time, coin dies can develop cracks which transfer onto the struck coins, creating raised lines or blobs of metal known as cuds. These errors can increase the value of your penny significantly. Transitional metal error: while most 1974 pennies were made of copper, there were also experimental aluminum pennies struck that were never officially released. If you ever come across an aluminum 1974 penny, it could be worth an absolute fortune. How to identify a valuable 1974 no mint mark Lincoln penny? Now that we know why this coin is worth so much, how can you determine if you have one? Here are a few key steps to take. 1. Check for no mint mark. Look at the front of the penny below the date. If there is no D or S mint mark, then it's from the Philadelphia Mint. 2. Examine the condition. A higher grade means a higher value. If the coin looks shiny, has no scratches, and still has its original luster, it may be in mint state. 3. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling, off-center strikes, die cracks, or any other unusual features. 4. Weigh your coin. A genuine 1974 copper penny should weigh around 3.11 grams. If you find a lighter one, it might be an experimental aluminum penny. 5. Get it professionally graded. If you think you have a rare 1974 Lincoln penny, send it to a professional grading service such as PCGS or NGC. A high grade can significantly increase its value, current market value, and record-breaking sales. The highest recorded sale for a 1974 no mint mark Lincoln penny reached an incredible $78,602 at an auction. This was due to its nearly perfect mint state condition combined with its rarity. However, even lower grade versions of this coin can still fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars if they have significant errors or remain in excellent condition. For example, a well-preserved uncirculated 1974 penny can be worth anywhere from $50 to $1,000 depending on the grade. If you find one with a known error like a double die or off-center strike, the value could increase significantly. Where to find a rare 1974 no mint mark penny? So where can you find one of these valuable pennies? Believe it or not, you might already have one in your coin jar, pockets, or old collections. Here are some places to look. Your pocket change. Always check your pennies before spending them. You never know what you might find. Old coin rolls. If you have old rolls of pennies from the bank, sort through them carefully to spot any rare varieties. Estate sales and flea markets. Sometimes valuable coins end up in random collections sold at estate sales, flea markets, or garage sales. Coin shops and online auctions. While you may not find a hidden gem at a coin shop, professional sellers sometimes undervalue rare coins, making them a good place to hunt for bargains. The 1974 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a coin that proves even the smallest denomination can hold massive value. If you come across one in excellent condition or with rare errors, it could be worth thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. So start checking your change carefully, because you never know when you might come across a hidden treasure. Like and subscribe to the channel for more rare coin discoveries, and let us know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable penny. Thanks for watching and happy coin hunting. Hey, coin collectors and treasure hunters! Welcome back to the channel where we uncover hidden gems in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into a rare and valuable penny, the 1976 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent coin, which has shocked the numismatic world with its jaw-dropping market value of $99,757. If you've got old pennies lying around, you might just be sitting on a fortune. Stay tuned, because we'll break down everything you need to know about this rare coin, its history, key features, and why it's so valuable today. So, grab your coin collection, and let's get started. History of the 1976 No Mint Mark Lincoln Penny. Before we talk about the value, let's take a quick dive into history. The 1976 Lincoln Penny is part of the famous Lincoln Cent series, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln Penny replaced the Indian head cent and has since become one of the most widely collected coins in U.S. history. Now, 1976 was a special year for the United States. It marked the bicentennial, celebrating 200 years of American independence. While quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins received special bicentennial designs, the Lincoln penny remained unchanged. But despite its ordinary look, something extraordinary happened with a rare batch of 1976 pennies. Why is the 1976 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny so valuable? Not all 1976 pennies are valuable, but a specific rare variety and high-grade specimens have made this coin a collector's dream. Here's why. No Mint Mark mystery. Most pennies from 1976 were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use a mint mark on Lincoln cents. However, some rare error coins surfaced where the absence of a mint mark is linked to a minting mistake or a special early strike. Rare minting errors. Some 1976 Lincoln cents were struck on wrong planchets, had off-center strikes, or double dies, making them incredibly valuable. Coins with noticeable doubling in Lincoln's face, the date, or lettering are especially desirable. High-grade condition. The most expensive 1976 pennies are in mint state, MS 67 or higher, meaning they have no wear, full luster, and sharp details. Coins that were saved in pristine condition by collectors or accidentally preserved have fetched massive prices at auctions. Copper composition. The 1976 penny is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, unlike modern pennies, which are mostly zinc. Due to the rising value of copper, older pennies are becoming more desirable. 1976 Lincoln penny value breakdown. Now, let's talk money. Just how much is the 1976 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny worth today? Here's a breakdown based on condition and rarity. Circulated condition, worn. Regular 1976 pennies found in pocket change are typically worth 1 to 3 cents due to their copper content. Uncirculated condition, MS60, MS64. These pennies can sell for $5 to $50 depending on their shine and strike quality. Mint state, MS65, MS66. Higher grade examples with full details and little to no marks can fetch $500 to $5,000 at auctions. Rare errors and high-grade coins, MS67 and above, the rarest 1976 No Mint Mark Lincoln pennies, especially those with doubling, off-center strikes, or other mint errors, have sold for up to $99, $7.57. One recent auction saw a stunning MS67 RD, red, graded penny sell for nearly $100,000. Making it one of the most valuable Lincoln cents from the 1970s. How to identify a valuable 1976 penny. If you have a 1976 penny, here's what to look for. Check for no mint mark. It should have no D. Denver or S. San Francisco under the date. Inspect for errors. Use a magnifying glass to look for doubling on the letters, numbers, or Lincoln's profile. Check the color. Red RD. Pennies are worth more than brown, BN, or red-brown, RB, ones. Examine the condition. Coins with scratches, discoloration, or wear are worth less, while sharp, clean examples are much more valuable. Where to sell your 1976 Lincoln penny for top dollar. If you think you have a rare 1976 penny, here's how you can get the most money for it. Coin shops and dealers. Local coin shops can help you authenticate and appraise your coin. Online marketplaces, eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections are great places to sell high-value coins. Professional grading services. Sending your coin to PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, can increase its value by providing an official grade. Could you be holding a $99,757 penny? The 1976 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny is a hidden treasure that has amazed collectors with its incredible auction prices. While most pennies from 1976 are only worth face value, a select few high-grade and era coins have turned into five-figure collectibles. Check your change, search through old jars, and dig into your coin collection. You never know, you might just have a small copper coin that could make you rich. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more valuable coin discoveries. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare penny, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy collecting!